nights when the wind was so cold that my body froze in bed if I just listened to it right outside the window. There were days when the sun was so cruel that all the tears turned to dust, and I just knew my eyes were drying up forever. I finished crying in the instant that you left, and I can't remember where or when or how, and I banished every memory you and I had ever made. But when you touch me like this and you hold me like that, I just have to admit that it's all coming back to me. When I touch you like this and I hold you like that, it's so hard to believe, but it's all coming back to me. It's all coming back, it's all coming back to me now. There were moments of gold and there were flashes of light. There were things I'd never do again, but then they'd always seem right. There were nights of endless pleasure. It was more than any loss in love. Baby, baby, if I kiss you like this, and if you whisper like that, it was lost long ago, but it's all coming back to me. If you want me like this, and if you need me like that, it was dead long ago, but it's all coming back to me. It's so hard to resist, and it's all coming back to me. I can barely recall, but it's all coming back to me But you were history with the slamming of the door, and I made myself so strong again somehow.
Finally.
And I never wasted any of my time on you since then.
When I eat ice cream like that.
And if you kiss me like that,
Yum.
it was so long ago, but
Yum, yum.
it's all coming back to me. If you touch me like this,
Is that the end of the song? Really?
kiss you like that, it was gone with the wind, but it's all
I thought Gone with the Wind was something else.
to me. It's all coming back.
Recito, yes I can.
Coming back to me now.
I've mixed quite a lot of vocals, to be fair. I can get them to sound as exciting as this. Possibly send them over. DanielKProduction@gmail.com and I'll check them out. Don't write the email, just do the math. You know this email.
If you forgive me all this, if I forgive you all that,
Just a sec.
we forgive and forget, and it's all coming back to me now. It's all coming back to me now. And when I touch you
All right.
like that, it's all coming back to me now.
So how you guys doing?
And if you do it like this, it's all coming back
All good since yesterday?
now.
Oh God, I can hear it again. Fuck Streamlabs. It doesn't remember the EQ settings from yesterday and you can't save the presets. It's fucking ridiculous. Let me redo them.
There were nights when the wind was so cold
EQ.
that my body
Girl.
was in bed if I just listened to it right outside the window. There were days when the sun was so cruel,
So
tears turned to
cruel.
dust, and I just knew my eyes were drying up forever.
All right. Let's see. Saturn.
I finished crying in the instant that you left, and I can't remember where or when or
Voice should be a little bit better now. This is how I sound now. Testing, 1, 2, testing.
Every you and I had ever made.
Testing, 1, 2, testing.
But when you touch me like this,
Seems to sound nice.
hold me like that, I just have to admit.
And it's got the gate system down.
To me when I touch you like this,
Ah,
and I hold you.
a little bit of a boost here on the mic.
It's so hard to believe, but it's all coming back.
Something along these lines. Let me check.
It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now. There were moments
Yes.
of gold and there were flashes of light. There were things I'd never do again, but then they'd always seem right. There were nights of endless pleasure. It was more than any loss in life.
Seems to sound perfect now. Can't do any better.
Baby, if I kiss you like
Cool.
this, and if you whisper like that, it was
All right.
not long ago, but it's all
Let's see.
coming back to me. If you want me like this, and if you need me like that,
Celine Dion Mouse.
endless pleasure. It was gone with the wind, but it's all coming back to me. When you see me like this, and when I see you.
Can you hear it? Happy Hardcore Remix? That would be horrible, wouldn't it? That would be horrible. Anyways, welcome to the stream. Today I am wearing a little bit of history again. And I'll tell you why. I don't think I told people yesterday, so just a second. Let me get rid of the microphone so I can plug in my headphones. Correct place. Right here. So, basically, this polo shirt is the shirt that I brought with me to Slovakia Komano, the city Komano in Slovakia. And I brought it there because it's the national team shirt. And me and my good buddies, Bram Lotfi and Nick Karate, basically won the European Championships in pool for juniors back then. And that's under 19s. I think I must have been 18 and the other guys were like 16 and 15 or something. And we won the European Championships, beating Poland 2-1 in the final after having initially lost to them 2-0, I think. So we fought back. And yeah, this is the shirt from 2001. It still fits. That says more about the shirt size than, well, you could say a lot more about my my weight gain over the years as well. And they gave me a really huge size. So either way, bit of history on me here today. And let's make history with music. Amazing. So yeah, basically today is time to look at both some production work and some mastering stuff. For now, we're going to be taking a look at me and Boris Deckert's what is this guy doing? Jalen, it says 0 bytes. When you click them, it actually gives you the file size. Okay, so it is actually a normal file size. Let me see. You asked for the vocals. Let's see what that's about. Before we get going, might as well take a look and see if it's something that's worth working on. It's downloading in 1, 2, 3 seconds. Oh, that was good ice cream. Okay, so that's just a beat. So let me guess. In this, there's basically the vocal. Which one of them is it? Like, which one is the vocal? Okay, let's check. Normally, I don't deal with hip hop tracks. It's not something I have done too many things with. But I am good at mixing vocals, and it doesn't really matter what style it is. It's, finding the sort of fit that is best for your beat. And money is money, obviously. So if I can make a good result of it, it makes sense to do it. Let's see.
Season, whoa, got a girl trying to show me all the cleavage. Whoa, got a girl trying to fuck me all in Cleveland. Whoa, gotta give a girl lotion when I put her in a potion, cause she's gonna be all up on.
There's so much reverb in the background because of where it's been recorded. It's not dry enough. You have to re-record that vocal, and how to do it, I'll tell you, and then I can still mix it if it's something you need. It's obviously not something I'll put on the live stream because people here on the channel really want to hear trance music and dance music and not really listen to hip hop and stuff like that. But it's something I can do, not a problem. Obviously for a fee. But you would have to re-record the vocals, and you would have to do it in a quiet room, or a lot of people think you can use a closet. You can't use a closet. That's horrible. It just gives you more, like the audio reflects off the walls inside the closet. So don't do that, please. If you have the possibility, have 2 chairs where the back sides are up together, basically like up against each other. You take a big duvet from a bedroom, you put that over the chairs, and you lay in under that, and then you re-sing the vocals. If you have no other solution, that is the best solution ever. It gives you a completely dead space for the vocal, and it actually gives really good results. We've done it for one of the tracks that I did back in 2004 with a mate, and 2003 as well, where we basically just lay and sing in the vocals underneath 2 chairs with a duvet over it. It just gives such a dead zone that you can do whatever with the vocal afterwards in terms of processing, compressing, EQing, and you don't get any reverb or spatial kind of awareness or presence if it's done like that. That's if you haven't got a music studio anyways. That's all I can say on that right now, because I think people would like to actually see some trance music. And I've got a few things that we can look at today, but Boris has been waiting for a little while as well. So let's see if this is the correct one. It's loading. Nope. That's the upcoming uplifting mix of that. So, need to find the other one. Which one is it? I haven't deleted it, I know that for sure. It's not that one. Why did I forget what I called it? Okay, so I've got two. Must be this one. Loading. So while stuff is loading, ask me questions if you have anything music related. Could be a good idea. And while that's happening, I'll go and actually grab like a quick glass of water or juice or whatever. Be right back. All right. All right. Trying to quit cola for a week. Bought some juice instead. Not exactly the same. But when was it ever going to be? All right. Back at it. Let's get progging. It's apparently still loading again because I opened up the wrong setup one more time. Sorry about that. And I'm living on top of a pub and people are starting to gather there downstairs again. I can actually smell the cigarette smoke and it's bothering the fuck out of me. Jesus Christ. Fucking smokers. Please. Go home. Don't sit there and smoke. Alrighty then. Yeah. Please don't tell that to the people in the UK and Ireland. Please stay the fuck home. Please. Let me go out and check who it is actually smoking. Be right back. Let me check. I'll let you guys listen to this meantime. Checked. Doesn't really matter. The people that are smoking are so old that they're going to be dead within 10 years anyways. They're sitting on a three-wheeler bike, having a pint and smoking a cigarette or a cigar or something. Ugh. What can you do? I live on top of a pub, so... Deckard, are you there? Let me know if you're on the stream. Export some stuff. Just testing the sound one more time, how I sound on top of the track. Decent, could be better, but I'll fix that for the next stream. So yeah, as you know, I created the similar style of chords. Or plugs, by the way. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to send you the MIDI that I created. And you're going to paste that on top of your VST that plays the plugs. So we get your plugs and my plugs. That's basically what I want to do. Right. That was the last test there. Everything's fine. So moving back here. Coolio. Yes, cheerio, lads. So let me fix that MIDI. So let me make this one unique. And put the sensitivity down to bar. Bar, 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 bar. So yeah, that one needs to change. think that could work. Let's see. They sound so good. Imagine if I turned off all the effects. How would it sound? Yes. Well, you're in Ableton, aren't you, Deckard? But yeah, mixed in FL. Yeah, exactly. The good thing about Boris's sound is that he doesn't overly treblize his music, if you can say that. It sounds so wrong, but he doesn't do like smiley EQ. He has a very warm sound, so it's easy to mix because I'm not having to remove a lot of things. Instead, I'm adding, and adding is usually a lot more fun, and it's usually giving a lot better of a result, to be honest. So let's try and tweak this little thing here. So last tweaked, tools, and create automation clip. Hey, Manuel Lasso! Uplifting trance legend. How are you doing? Working on a tune here from me and Boris. Hope you are pumping out a lot of tunes as well. Yeah, very much a summer vibe. And I'm gonna create a piano on top, just simple notes. And another change we need to do here, Boris, is the plug lead. You have a little bit too much LFO on there. I think actually the speed of the LFO needs to go up. Also, the lead, was that made with Sylenth? It looks like on if it's made with that, I'm actually thinking that your LFO 1 is not set to free. It should always be on free. Let me know. if it's free or not. Yes, it stems. He produced it in Ableton, and I'm basically reworking it here, doing just sort of mixing. As you see, the levels are not in 0 anymore. Quite different touch here. For instance, the kick was very house before, and now we've made it more like progressive trance. You see, that's very much like an arty kick. Here it gets slightly the trancey edge. So yeah. Also, you have to write this down on a notepad, Boris, so we can finish it off, because there's quite a few things here. For the breakdown, don't have the LFO tool on the choir, and don't have it on the pads. Those need to be without sidechain LFO. Sub pad is fine because it's doing what it's supposed to do. Yeah, especially the pad. Very important in the break that you get it breathing. And once the drop is there, obviously you can have the pump on it, so that's fine. And like I said, the silent, if it's just a silent, yeah, exactly. Manual is correct. Let me check what's that now. And how fast is the LFO? Before you export, Deckard, how fast is the LFO? It needs to be a little bit faster. It sounds like it's about 50. It should be more like 70 or something. It needs a faster vibrator on it. And amount maybe a little bit down. I think amount, if it's 10, put it down to 6 or 7. If it's 15, down to 12, something like this. Let's add a little bit of reverb to this. What am I doing? Misclicked. So, reverb. Seems fine there. And also send me the MIDI, please, for the main lead, Boris. Ritalin Lighting. Funny name, but yeah, thank you for following. That's the pad I created, by the way, Emmanuel, on top to give it that little extra ethereal feel. And then here for the drop. So I created 2 extra pads to kind of give it a bit of boost. Like when you have seashore kind of pads, thinking of the beach. Saro, mange tak, mange tak. Hvor er du fra? Er der københavner? Eller er der Jy? Eller Fynbo? Fedt, mand. Fedt, mand. Spar. Nå nej, han er fra Jylland. Jeg er ret sikker på. Ham skal man heller ikke lave sjov med. Det er synd, han lever. Fedt, mand. Spar. Baba Killers, that's correct. Kandi session in the house. 103.9. We play the best in trance and progressive here from Northern Denmark. Fedt nok. Godt, du lige kunne tune ind og se, hvad det er, vi også laver ud over Jacks musik, selvom jeg har masser af hans på, faktisk. So yeah, that's what we have so far. Let me actually make the piano FL keys. A lot of people think it's not possible to make this one sound good, but it is. It takes a bit of work around, but it's usually not a problem. So, call this the Mighty Piano. Piano. Perfect. I'll send the MIDI over in a couple of minutes for the plugs that you need to fix. Break, how you doing? Mange tak. It is the forthcoming collab between me and Boris Deckert. Really excited about it. It's got a lot of great things going for it. Good thing it's a remix then. I did not know about that track. Let me check it out. Let's go on YouTube and see. Just a sec. So yeah, Deckard sent his stuff there, so I'm just downloading that. And let's Google. Let's see. Same chords, but in a different structure, so that's completely fine. Everything has been done today. It's so difficult to find out a new chords that hasn't been done, to be fair. So, all right, let's check out the newly downloaded stems. We have to find the won't get us folder. That's right there. We can put the new stems in that folder and start arranging. Yeah. Don't we all want that? But this is very airy, very nice. Chords, no sidechain. Or choirs. Damn. So let's go up and find them. So instead of just deleting the choir, all I'm going to do is replace it. Choir, no sidechain. I'll control the sidechain for the drop. Don't worry about that. Let's LFO control. So let's take the choir and have LFO control on it just for the drop. Something along these lines. Yeah. And we do an automation for it, create automation clip. We basically have it off in the break and then on in the climax area. And then once the track starts to fade out, I usually remove it as well. Just to give it a little bit of more airiness in the small breakdowns. I mean, it's not as bad as 50s rock. Oh my God. And then and then it starts over again. Same shit. The whole fucking genre. Hey, the bird, bird, bird. I really love my Cadillac. Can you see that? Like, I can't do that stuff. Funny. You do realize scat artist could be misconstrued or... Ugh. Not even gonna go there. Disregard. Ew. Ew. Major ew. Scatman John in my vinyl collection? No. I remember the cover though because we bought it in our local youth club. That was weird. They bought it on LP. That was one of the last vinyls they bought before they switched to CDs. It was a screaming man on the cover, basically like funny. That's one other example. But then again, like, who didn't Hans Zimmer rip off a lot of his like scores between scenes when you're like I call them traveling scenes where you see, let's say, so where are we going to now? In like the scores from Hans Zimmer when people are traveling to a destination and something new is about to happen, it's a transition kind of piece. A lot of them are just four chords. Da, 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 and then it starts over again. And listen to John Williams and Alan Menken and guys like these, man. They, holy shit. Those scores are about everything within that little 30-second transition scene or whatever, how long that scene is. Like, the scores there never fail to amaze you. I think one of the best pieces will still be, let me find it. It's still one of my absolute favorites. Let's see. Let's see here. Is this the one? Oh man, John Williams. The day he dies, quite a big music part will die. within me and the rest of Hollywood, to be fair. Like, this is just fucking brilliant. They are going to recommence shooting for Dominion, by the way. Rumor is that they're going to recommence the shooting of Dominion very, very soon. So, super excited for that. Funny though, this is not the one I'm talking about. Let me see if I can find the opening score. This is the one. No, it's definitely not. Opening titles, could that be it? That's good though, it's not that. But I'm a motherfucking T-Rex. What about that one? Oh God. Yeah, Journey to the Island. That's the one. Yeah, this bit. I mean, if this bit doesn't set you alight.
Scientists, you bring a rock star.
Yes, sir. There it is.
There it is.
And looking at the YouTube clip here, how I love the color grading being warm. I hate the fucking blue and teal, green and teal, whatever the fuck you call it, color grading that's on the modern movies nowadays. It ruined the tropical island for me. Hate it. That said though, Fallen Kingdom, they redeemed themselves in terms of the CGI and like the way the dinosaurs were made. Plus they had animatronics in there as well and not just the CG dinosaurs. And it made it so much more real to watch. There were times I literally could not tell the CG from the animatronics apart. And then I felt I was looking at a living being in a way. So that's a really cool thing in my opinion. Whole lot of talking matter. I'm a massive fan of that, as you can hear. I was 92. I was 9 or 10. I think it was for my 9th birthday. We went in and watched it. No, we didn't. We watched it in the summer because it came out in July, I think. So yeah, it will have been just before my 10th birthday, I think. And I was just completely floored. So floored. It was ridiculous. One of the scariest things I've ever seen, or exciting things I've seen, was the T-Rex arriving the very first time. Imagine that at 9 years old. I'm so happy that movie came out at that time. For me, anyways. If I'd been 18 or 19, it wouldn't have been the same. Like, there's something about movies when you're like 9 or 10, 11, 12, and you're going to a movie theater and you see that stuff. Oh, yeah. Great times. So yeah, let's go back on the track before we sidetrack completely. Dun, 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 dun. We can't mix that on top of here. That would be ruining that beautiful score from him. Updated proc samples. Let's see here. And then the lead. Let's listen. Much better on the lead. Thank you, Boris. Perfect. And then we put the lead in its place. I need to find that. There it is. I like the glow it gives me, the red shirt, because of the sun is about to go down. It's almost creating a light on me. Yay. In my hand too. Boris, are you still there? FL Studio looping. Non-Sacco, thank you for following. Very broad as a question. I can only say watch tutorials. Pick a door to start with, and make sure you do watch a lot of tutorials. Make sure you know how to play piano a little bit, because that will make you much better at understanding scales and chords. People that start without that knowledge usually fail or give up, for the simple reason it's very, very difficult if you're not musical or musically trained from the get-go. I'm just lucky that I'm really good at chords. I do feel that I've been very lucky. Oh, so yeah, piano for years. Give it a go, man. If you can make melodies, then that's a really good start. That's the thing. If you can't make melodies, make tech trance and just put a lot of loops together and a lot of like, get fucked, doom, 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 something like that. Old school tech trance, I guess. Texa, not necessarily. You see, with me, how I always do sound designing. I think I'm proof that it's not about that. Then, it for the most majority, I know it is, but those are not real producers. They just put together samples and stuff. Well, they are producers, but are they genuinely great sound designers and nerds? No, they're not. I think I class myself as a great sound designer, a bit like I would say the same thing about Shusov and Animo. I've mentioned them so many times before. They're some of my favorite producers because they know how to design sounds from scratch. And I class myself in the same sort of region whenever I have to recreate something, then innovate and imitate, kind of. Or imitate and innovate, then I'm definitely up there, and there are quite a lot of people that has lost that sort of art because now it's about quantity rather than quality. So this means that you have to put out tracks quicker, and thereby you are slacking a little bit with the time you use on a different thing. And you'll probably just say, "Oh, you remember that plug from that tune? Can we find out what that plugin in or what that preset is?" Yeah, amazing. We found it. Let's use that on a track. It's just too easy now, isn't it? Because everything is served on a silver platter. There's not really that much incentive to go and design your sounds anymore. That's the thing. Well, I think that's also why I haven't done any like sample libraries and stuff. I could possibly do that, but for me, like, I feel it would be a bit of a waste to go and deliver all the sounds that I can do for myself. Granted, I'll make money off it, good money, but I'll let somebody else who don't know fuck all about producing, other than putting a few beats together and can count to 8 or 16 and then make like 8 or 16 bar loop. And I would feel so shitty inside when I knew that they would be having fans be like, "Oh my God, you made such a great track. Like this, oh my God, you make such an awesome sound on this lead synth, or these chords sounds amazing." Yeah, but he didn't do them. It's a preset. That would be such a waste for me. Like, I'd be like, "Yeah, I'll make money, but somebody else gets to take credit for what you did." And this is the one thing that's kept me from not doing a sample pack, really. Yeah, can't do it. Can't do it. Reading your comments. And why did I end up doing like a California girl or something? But that's just, for me, that's just a typical uplifting fan for me. That is how, I don't know how else to make them sound. For me, like, when they don't know anything about the production side of it, unfortunately, that's the impression I have to do of them. I haven't got a clue what else they sound like. Oh my God, seriously? Like, that sound is so good. Thanks a lot, Texi. Hiya there, Blasius. Is that Blasius or Blasius? Probably Blasius. Blasius K. Blasius Blay instead of Cassius Clay. What was it I needed to do with this one? I forgot now. And oh God, yeah. I know. I wanted to create a clone. I'll explain in a moment. So let's make a clone. Okay. So this one we place on a new track. call this one rename lead low oct. Gonna try something that usually works. Loopings, search Daniel Kandi on your Spotify. You sound like you haven't really had a chance to listen to my music in the past. And there's never a boring time to learn. So now is the day. Check out Daniel Kandi on Spotify. If you like this, you might be amazed of some of the stuff that I've made in the past. Tracks like Let Go, my remix of Fifth Dimension Out There. My remix of On a Good Day. What else? My remix of World to Turn, although it sounds shit quality because I did a bad master of it. So many. My track Nova, my track Child, my track Make Me Believe, my track Breathe. Forgive Me is a good track as well. Some say that Let Go is probably my best melody, and it's a weird one because that melody took me about 5 minutes to write. That was one of the first times I played with a MIDI keyboard, and I just quickly got like, and I was like, I built the whole 16 bars in my head in 1 or 2 minutes, and took me about 5 minutes to plot it down. That was crazy. The Let Go track. Very filmic. That could have been made into like a movie score for like an adventure movie or something. I'm going to try and see if I can make that work sometime in the future for that, because that was really good. Oh yeah, Trans Family, good melody as well. That was kind of breaking free. All right, so the point of this, let me show you. So, Boris, you're back. You'll see what it is I'm doing in just a few seconds. Oops. I forgot to make unique. So this one will go back to being... Okay, we put this as the low lead, so we know. Normal lead, fixed. Plus we're going to fix it now. Cool. We're going to color it so we know. All right, so let's get this back on reset. So this one needs to go on 8. I think you know what I'm gonna do now, Boris. Actually, yeah, it's a bit like that. Let me try the flangus. Gives it that full sound. And this is also something Boris needs to learn. He's still young, obviously. So producing in layers and 3 octaves can really stack up to create such a fat sound on a lead or a pad or whichever, really. And in this case, I'm even thinking that we should have a top line on top of this. And because he sent me the lead MIDI, that's possible. We can try, but for now it sounds nice, but maybe in the end we could do another top layer. But so Furious KO, what's your production name? Do we know any of your stuff? Are you a legend? Are you just a bedroomer? Are you Bob Zongle? Who are you? Let us know. Secrets made to be broken. Secrets made to be broken. Okay, you wish you were a legend. So you're not anymore in disguise. You wish. You wish. Let's see here. What was it? I needed to do an automation, I guess. Or did I need to do macro? Can't remember. So now the question, how to export the MIDI. I haven't done that before, so I haven't got a clue. Let's take a look. All right. Export MIDI. Is there a... Thank God. So that's... let's put that on. Let's put it in the same folder so I'm not going to get confused. It's probably on the E drive during mastering. Yes, it's right there. MIDI plugs. And is it the... This looks like the 8-bar version. So that's the drop. Box drop. I shouldn't be that tired today. I had a good sleep. I think it's all the fresh air I've had the last couple of days. Actually being out a little bit. That's something I haven't done for a while. The weather today has honestly been super nice. Around 20 degrees, 22 degrees. Still cold for a lot of you guys that probably live in Cali or Middle East or wherever you are, maybe Asia. But like in Denmark, 22 at the moment. After having had such a bad time with the COVID and all that, I think 22 is brilliant. Went out shopping. Bought the ice creams. Oh, Boris, we had the cold and rainy. Oh my God. Woo. We had the cold and rainy for 2 fucking weeks, and we had 5 to 10 degrees most of that time. So I think it was about time that you guys had it and we didn't. So lucky us. But yeah, hopefully you guys can have it back as well. Oh, let me sit up properly again. So that MIDI is exported. Let's do the other one. Oh, 23 in Scotland is not too bad. Yuki, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you enjoy the stream. Export the MIDI file. We call this the MIDI plugs intro and outro. And let me... Holy shit. As soon as you mention that you're tired, really runs away with you, doesn't it? Okay, we transfer. Boris. MIDI. Let's see if it's correct. Fuck yeah. That house track. Can you hear it? Fucking house, bruh. We're making house, bruh. Oh, God. WeTransfer started doing this bullshit where you have to go to your email when you want to send something and you haven't made a user with it. And then you get a 6-digit code that you have to press in, otherwise you can't send. It's just... The keyboard is amazing, by the way. I'm absolutely loving it. And the colors. Can't wait to try it out with the gaming tonight. To see how that shit goes. Now I have a space bar that works. This means that I can actually jump. All right. You've got MIDI files in your WeTransfer inbox, bruh. Oh, shit. I forgot to go to the butcher's. Now I haven't got any meat for tonight. No, I was going to do neck chops today. Pork chops from the neck. What do you call that in real life or in English? Can't remember. Can't remember. Okay, so let's remove that bit right there. And down. Couple of new stems I need to download. So hang tight for a couple of 30 seconds to a minute. I'm just getting 2 new stems, which are going to be quick to download. Was that the Corgan one? It was just in the Windows Media Player Classic. I have an idea. I think it's not that I'm tired, but you're making yourself overheat with having headphones on your head. I've been told that by someone before. And whenever I do these sessions, it's always with headphones on. So could be part of it, and the fact that I'm a little bit chubby. So let's see. Let's see if I can stop yawning now. Fighting. I'm really fighting. All right. Furious. Hope I inspired you to start producing a bit more. Do that. See if you can better yourself and become maybe a legend one day. Ear candy. All right then. Good on ya. Good luck. Oh, the pad. Of course. Yes. So let me know, Boris, when you have that ready. The new MIDIs made into the plugs. Gonna load another session while we're doing that, so we're not wasting time. Let's take a look at the Adrian Boland track that I worked on yesterday. Evanescent. Loading that up now. While that's loading, I'll just take a quick relief break. Be right back. What can we put on as relief music? Let's see, what have we got that is funny? What can I play for you now? What can I play? What can I play? Yeah, listen to that while I'm out there.
But we're never gonna survive unless we have a little crazy. No, we're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy. Other people walking through my head. One of them's got a gun to shoot the other one. And yet together they were friends at school. If I were there when we first took the pill, then baby. Miracles will happen as we speak. But we're never gonna survive unless we are a little crazy. No, we're never gonna survive unless we get a little
Hell yeah. All right, back. Let's take a look at this baby. Cool. So, Adrian, are you on the stream? Beard ASMR. That is way too resonant, I just realized. Needs a little bit of a better reverb there. Fucking machine gun, bro. Possibly also let's do an automation on the snares. So we can do this one every time. Okay, so let's make another couple of tracks here. Ah, Bremen Music. I thought you were subscribed. Were you not? Oh, resub that way. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Let's take a look at that reason. Well, let's take a look at that FLP file. After the little Fruity Loops project file that you sent me, and see if that's a good melody. For now, I just have to quickly replace a couple of things. Crash. All the way from the get-go right there. So the crash is louder. That's good. It means that it's definitely in the right place because it's doubling the other one. And then the effects with no crash we put there. Looks good. And it's perfect because I can hear exactly what needs to be done to the crash. Instead of doing a volume boost, I'll just do a treble boost. A little bit, maybe. Yeah, seems fine. There was no low end before. Good fix. If I have to say so myself. Just lowered the sub a little bit. It was a little bit boomy. Good headphones for DJing. I'm glad the Bears broke. Not for you, but the Bear broke. Sorry, I have a really bad. Yeah, I know. I hate them. It's so silly, but yeah, like God, there's so many good suggestions. You don't have to go for the typical brands, really. Yeah, so like, I'd say M40X. It's not too expensive. For instance, they were comfy, yeah, but yeah, and again, obviously for DJing, it doesn't matter how they sound that much. But yeah, pretty tight bass. I would say M40. They are a little bit less trebly than the M50s, so they're not as harsh on your ears. So M40X or maybe a couple of the Sonys. That's just a suggestion. So, yeah. That's my experience with like there is one good pair, a really tiny pair, and they're very inexpensive. I don't know if you can still get them, and they are from Bayer, funny enough. Let me see if I can find them. Are they even possible to find anywhere? Tex, thank you so much for doing that as well. The reviews on the 231 is not good, but as for DJing, they're quite good. And the construction of them is nearly indestructible because there's so few moving parts on there. I found it on Amazon. If you search DT231, the 231, that, I'm not kidding, my whole track Nova was mixed on those headphones. They worked. For a while, they worked. A couple of the tunes that I've done have been mixed on the DT231s. They're not perfect, but the frequency response is quite good because it's from 20 to 18,000. So this means that you get most of the top end and most of the low end as well. So, and I think they're about, honestly, they sound better for like the neutral and not too screechy treble, I think. Better than the M40 and the M50. The M50 is probably the one where you get the most true to an accurate sound picture if you do a little bit of a Sonarworks on it or something like that. But you can't really do that with DJ decks. So I don't remember whether or not I probably DJ'd a couple of times with the DT231. How good it fared in terms of like having two audio signals come in at once with bass cuts. Will they click or clip? I'm not too sure. I haven't got any experience with that, but they still cost about £70. And that to me should say that they are fairly good on that point. So yeah, that's my suggestion if you're going for that. There's even a brand that seems to be getting good reviews called One Audio. Oneodio. Like, seems to get massively good reviews, like some of their bigger ones, and they're only £40, so that's half the price. Might be worth it. Oh, frikandel, brah. Frikandel. Lekker. Okay, so and then the plugs. Let me check out how these sound. Yeah, very centered. That's what I needed. Let's go up here. My mouse sounds so funny when I'm scrolling fast. It's ridiculous. So oh God, I've got to remove that icon. I'm gonna move it somewhere I can't click on it. Keep opening up Winamp at random because it's right next to the everything search function. Silly. Complete 12 select. What are you talking about? And Max was Applejack spam? I didn't see. Hey man, want to be famous? I can sell you legs. My name is Yedubs. Hey guys, today I'm gonna teach you how to be famous. Just click this link and I swear there's no such thing as viruses or anything at all in the link. All you do is click and suddenly you become famous. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye. plugs. Let's see. What am I even adjusting there? Corded plugs. Ah. Let's find a good echo boy for that. Ooh. Oh, now I know what it's clipping. It's obviously clipping up there. So let's put the Pro L on there. Eh. Why is it clipping up there when I have it on -7 here? It helps to hear the rhythm. Okay, so close that and open that and go back. And then after that, we go back to Boris if Adrian is not here, because I need his feedback, whether or not he likes it or not. Oh, you're there. Okay, cool. You just about made it. I didn't watch the chat, sorry. So let's see here. Counter melody. Oh, so that's just the midis. Um, okay, so I have 5 MIDI files here. MIDIs. Here I have the plugs. That was in the packs that I downloaded. Let's see here, new stems. Plugs, crash, FX no crash. And then there was another file. The old counter plugs. Oh yeah, the counter plugs are there. Yeah, the counter plugs are there. I'm just talking about the chords, and those are the ones. If you hadn't done the sound design, I'm not sure what you did when you separated that plug, because you were supposed to send the other sound that was on top of it. You haven't done that, so in the plugs, there was another lead. We can just quickly do it here and put in the media that you sent me. That should not be a problem. Let's just not use that sound. That's not what we do. No, we clear it. And we go back to let's see, piano roll. We call this big plug chords. So I think you just forgot to send the other sounds that were in the plugs part. That's what I'm after. So what we can do is I'll just basically replace them. It takes me about 5 minutes or 10 minutes to do it. Let's see here. Import MIDI file. We go back to E drive. That was in Evanescent. What's that on this drive or the other one? Let me check. That's on. Fuck's sake. Destination. Why does it have to be so fucking difficult to find it? The Windows system with .inc files. Why? Cockamamie shit. All right, so found it. And you had the midis. Yeah, and we needed those, so I'm just going to do them now. Going to show you what we can do. Is this the one? Control set. Let's just say here. Why did it do that? So let's put that there. Import MIDI. Better. So especially for the drop, but it's going to be needed on the whole thing, kind of. What we can do is we... A little bit of castles in the sky here. So, pitch A and B. So let's place that on top. That's basically the chords you had. Obviously, this is a little bit fatter, but if you enjoy the sound on top, let's just use it if you want to. I'm messing up here. So this one, give it a track, and obviously whoa. EQ. Let's put a delay on there. Oh yeah, bro. So let's see what this shapes up to be, Adrian. And let's have... Yo, yo, yo. Exactly. That's what we do. Oh, in Region 11. Stephen Paul, how you doing, my friend, man? How you doing down under? Holy shit, Thrill Seekers just followed. Wow. We need some hearts and likes for that. I need some, oh my God. OG, bro. OG in the house. I'm not going to say Mr. Synesthesia. You're probably as tired of that track as I am Soul Searching, my track. But great to see you, man. Great to see you here. I guess this warrants I need to go and refollow. I'll do that once this stream is over. All right, so let's see how this fares for the rest of it. Still a bit of tweaking needs to be done here. But the plug over here sounds really cool. I think maybe the reverb or delay needs to come down a bit. I think probably the mid EQ on this one. Got a lot of 1K, 800, something like that. A lot of 4K as well, actually. I already had one there. Maybe a little too much low mid as well. Bit too much wideness on that. In this particular case, I don't think it's needed on this track. It's got a lot of old school sounds, and if I start doing send channels, it just loses the whole vibe of it, I feel. I think really what is needed is a final EQ on it here. Oh, and possibly... Oh, the wideness, of course, the stereo. Just, let's do that a little bit less. And the reverb has to go down. And then I wonder if a de-esser could maybe soften this up. Let's see. Yes! De-esser works! It takes away that really nasty click on there. I really like that. And I can't really get the result I want with the Fat Filter C2. The de-esser does the trick. Yes, much better. By the way, Steve, what are you cooking on right now? Are you doing some slow and proggy stuff coming up, or are we talking more the banging stuff that you're doing at the moment? I'm curious to hear what you've got going, melody wise. If you've got anything that could possibly be a collab for later on in the year, that could be kind of cool. I think melodically, we've always been some of those that we aspire to actually go for the classical sound, but with a twist to it. That could really be a cool thing, I think. No. The click from the counterplug. No, not the counterplug. It's just got a really nasty attack to it, and because it's a wave sample, can't really do that much to it other than try and do compressors on top, I feel. So sometimes the de-esser can really do such a good trick on it. Oh, softens it. There is a compressor there. It just becomes too clicky if it's not there. Like this is... That actually does help. Softens it a bit more. Could do it this way. Yeah. Does need a little bit more. But then the transit could go down a tiny bit. That 10k click can be quite rough sometimes. I was about to say it was way too resonant. The thing about the way you've mixed them with the long release, they are colliding with so many other things like the chords, both the corded plugs and the ones I did, and also with the pad. But we can turn them up and see how you feel like it. A little bit down on the reverb. Right, it's funny, the track sounds better when you remove the counter plugs. Listen to how everything else fits now when I remove them. I'm glad you said it because I feel like it's not 100% fitting because all the other things sound super nice and it's got a very nasal touch to it, which could sound really nice on a harder track. Possibly a plug a little bit like this, but the fact I think also is that it's in the same sort of area. It's like you have all the pads, and then you have your counterplugs basically doing and so it's just saw building on saw building on saw in the same sort of frequency area. So maybe take like a different approach to it. Something like that. Make it a little bit higher, maybe. Just so it's not in the same area because all is in the same area, like the corded plugs, the counter plugs, and the pads are doing the same. So it just becomes a clash of frequencies in a way. Idea. I think an octave is too much. You have to think in between. Just so you get to try some different notes that are not exactly the same as the other. It's not really the attack. It's the resonant frequencies in the middle that makes me feel that it's clashing with both the pads and the other plugs. That's just me, but make a set a little bit the same. So possibly think of a new top line. What I can do is I export this shouldn't agree with me just to say it's because of me. Obviously, if you feel like it, yeah, cool. So Adrian, I'm gonna export the track. I'm just gonna lay down the chords now without the counter plugs, and just give you the track raw like that, and think of a top line that could fit on top. We see how it goes, and we can come back to the project a little bit later. So yeah, the filter could be a little bit lower, a little bit less resonant maybe on the EQ, but I think it's part of the delay. Maybe the delay and reverb on it just doesn't make it fit. It's like a little bit too metallic, and all of the other sounds are quite metallic as well. You see, very metallic. This could. This kind of helped, but it's just so many notes are doing the B. Ding, ding, ding. So we have all those B and A sharp and basically the same. Thanks for the follow, Michael Face. Are you in phase or out of phase? So, let me mute. Oh. When you move something and you think one thing is... Oh, God. Oh, oh cool. Teach me, Sensei. Wax on, wax off. I like to do the kick drums. Kong, 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 kong. That's next up for me and last time I get mate. So, nice to hear that people come from one genre and then do other stuff. A lot of people don't, so that's a good thing. Let me just quickly create an automation for this one. So latest tweaked, create automation clip. Oh, finish. Kipis. That's all. Just about all I can say. Oh, Vito. Is it Quito or Vito? Vito. Ostinato. Up. Remember, I am not classically trained. I'm just a nerd. Skål. Yes, skål. Vito. Exactly. Basically, that's cheers, asshole, I guess. Or cheers, for helvede. Where did that automation go? Okay, it's right there. So let's see what we can do here. FL, bro. Oh my god, it used to look so shitty. And I was a Reason guy for the longest time. I used to say it religiously. It was almost like, I think the best comparison can really be either a former member of the Ku Klux Klan going and saying, I learned the hard way. I learned that black people are super nice people. Or it could be like Mac versus PC. I've always been a PC guy. I would never ever go to Mac, and I'm still never going to do that. But I went from Reason, which is basically a program mostly made for Mac back in the day, over to FL Studio, which I said I was never ever going to do. That's a little bit funny, but I'm loving it. It says a lot that Reason 3, up until Reason 3, had about the best, simplest form of sequencer with how you laid the MIDI down, the audio tracks, and the piano roll. Fucking easy. Not any issues at all. But then, in Reason 4, they decided, let's make something simple look a lot more complicated so it looks more professional, and fuck it up and make people draw boxes before you can draw MIDIs and all sorts of shit. Yes, the CPU is stupid, like the usage and the fact that it doesn't really do multi-core, it seems, properly, which is why you're sort of stuck with Intel, because they have the better single-core performance than the AMD Ryzen's, apparently, for this kind of stuff, what I've heard anyways. But what I wanted to say, Reason, up until Reason 3.5, I think it was, had the simplest sequencer. You'd right-click on the 14-channel mixer, say create subtractor, boom, it lands there. It's connected to the mixer. You go down on an audio track and you just draw the fucking melody you want to have, and bop's your uncle. And you had 15, 20 minutes. You could lay down a good idea. That same stuff, even after sitting here for a year in FL Studio, takes me half an hour-ish to do that quick 8-bar thing if I want to do like a quick idea, 45 minutes to an hour. But in Reason 4, that like the whole sequencer bit just went to fuck. I don't know what they were thinking, but they lost me. They lost me. Not that they care. The music I make is not important to them. But how to ruin a sequencer that was perfect. Obviously, audio engine sort of improved, I think. There used to be some really nasty frequencies in the full filter when you open up to 127, 128 full filter opening. There used to be some peaks at around 13, 14K on the subtractor. Didn't happen on the Maelstrom and the Thor, but yeah. Flawed genius, what was that? That was the word for, or the sentence really, for Reason 3 and below. After that, I'm like, See, that's the thing, Mika. I've seen it by my own eyes. I don't like the workflow in Ableton, but I've seen how little CPU it uses. It's crazy. But it was the same thing for Reason 3. It's skyrocketed the CPU usage once they started improving and doing the Thor and everything else. And also because of the layout of the fake SSL sort of mixing deck or whatever. But I had an i3, but then I switched to an i5, and the i5, I could run trance projects as heavy as this or even heavier with probably 2 or 3 more full sounds with like reverb, delay, effects, compressors, all that stuff. I could run that without a hitch, and I would be using maybe 50% of the CPU. Same sort of style of tracks. If I do them in here, impossible, absolutely impossible. So those big tracks for me, until I get the 10K series, if I even get that, or maybe a new motherboard or whatever, it's sort of gone. Because even with the 97K from a year back, I still feel limited here because of the CPU. Running with graphics processor gives a little bit more CPU headroom. Rockwiz, how exactly do I do this? How do I change it so that the graphics card take a little bit of the load? You can see now I'm resting at 50% on the CPU. More than real time. My God. Some of my biggest projects in recent actually took me about real time to export, so I know the feeling. But we're talking 70 tracks, and my i5 could still play it. And that was fucking magic. Icon where? Tell me where. Right click on icon. What? Where? Because I'd like to turn that on if you can reply quickly. Then we can get going. FL Studio icon. Let me see. FL Studio. Right click. Preferences. Compatibility. Or where? Exactly. Just please explain to me. Is it possible? Is there an easy way to do it? I'm not PC savvy, really. Oh, God, bro. Don't give me a hint to say that I can better the performance and then not give me a solution. Please. Come on. Sean. Not Sean. Rockwiz. Desktop, I have FL Studio 20 shortcut. Right click on the FL Studio shortcut and dedicated graphics. I'm gonna do that later. I haven't got a clue how to do it. Fuck it. Later. I have a 1050 Ti graphics card. If that's dedicated, how the fuck would I know? I bought a PC. I asked for it to work. So let's just move these down and make a quick. Cheers button. The piano could be a top line as well, because I think the chords in itself is much better the way they are without it. Well, let me just quickly do the automation, because for the break you made that way too loud. You'll probably see that. So let's put that chorded plugs right there. I think you have to soften that sound. The attack is so violent. It just cuts through everything in the mix. The chorded plugs here. Like here, no issue. That's a classic way. It's sort of okay there. Like they're super hard. Like you're trying to create something that's a little bit classic-y vibe with the 3 or 4 chords that's typical for trance. I feel that if you soften it a little bit like this, you can open up the filter on your end, make a new export of it. But this, it's just hammering you in the head with a nail. Even with my settings, I can't even soften it without affecting the rest of the sounds on the nuances. Make the attack softer. I think that would be a really good idea, Adrian. Love the assets. Is the transient processor in the medium version of this? Let's see if transient. ST. I don't think I have it. Oh, it's here. Let's see how that works. That could actually work. Yeah. Move it up, of course. Or actually, right after the compressor. Still not what I'm looking for. Like, the plug is a bit too short on the whole decay release, and then the attack is too much. But it does help. Right, let's look at the piano. That could be put underneath everything else here. Rather annoying that it's filtering because I can't really use it because of that. Maybe it'll be okay that it filters up a little bit at the beginning here, so we can put that in the second part of the climax, basically. Oh, fuck's sake. Stretch off. Keep forgetting that. So let's put it there. I like that. Gets a very nice vibe. That's it. Let's see. Can we live without the corded plucks then? Well, not the corded. The counter plucks. You forgot to automate the clap. That's just annoying when it's there in your face all the time. So let's just let it fade up with the rest of it. Makes more sense. fuck's sake. Last week. Claps. So here in a break. I think actually that's a good idea. Oh, the piano there is lovely. It does need something here in the outro, so maybe let's put the it's more an intro and outro thing than a main thing, and it's ruining the main part in my opinion. So yeah, let's try and see that. I think actually this in the main drop would be better. And what you can do, because they're running in the same notes as what we talked about, that's everything it is. So this one you could run as a little melody on top on the drop, and you can like you like move up a few notes and you could do different sort of stuff to it and then put it into the main drop. So I think we need to work more on this track privately rather than be doing it here on the stream, because there are other tracks that I need to take a look at on this stream before I go do myself some dinner in half an hour. Yeah, the vocals in the intro and outro need to come up. That's true. I'll do that after. But for now, let's just try and... So those outro plucks, please make that into something that can fit in the drop. And I will cut these out and I'll put them... I'll put them in the intro and the outro. to make a new EQ here because, like I've said so many times before to people, when you have wavestems you need to work on and you need to do a filtering up and down, always do the filtering up and down before an effect, because otherwise you also affect the effect. That's like Inception stuff. So let's try and do that one without it being too resonant. I think actually that. Maybe one more tack like that. Ticky-tacky. Let's make... Where are you now? Stupid plug, where are you now? I can't find you. Oh, there. So that needs to be put there. Let's just do this. And let's see. Wait a minute, that's not the right one. Oh, God. Counterplugs. Where the fuck are you? Oh, right there. Okay, cool. To the rule be like the mid bass with the room reverb. You want it, yeah. With that sort of stuff, it really depends. That's going to be a matter of taste. I can show you the chain that's on the mid bass. Oh, there's nothing on it besides the LFO tool because it sounded good enough. Actually does need a little bit. Couple of dB boost there. Sounds nice. Max, be careful. Ching ching. Thank you so much for the cheer, bruh. Oh, you again, Mr. Farty Pants. Can't smell it. It's a good thing we're not in smell-o-vision. No, I haven't. Think actually, Michael Face, can you please add me on Facebook, Daniel Kandi Anderson. Anderson is not like Mr. Anderson with S-O-N. It's S-E-N, Anderson. Daniel Kandi Anderson, please add me on Facebook. We can talk about plugins and stuff like that in the future. Love the piano here. Could do an automation. Giselbup, thank you for following. Let's paste volume. Boost it a bit more. Overall, kick bass combo and the loops and like the whole beat pack is super nice here. Look at that. I told you. Transient processor. €45 it says here in the pop-up box. Warning. Oh god, so we need to redo that as well. So yeah, like Adrian. Basically do the fixes. We talk tomorrow and then we we find out. I was Reason 3 for a long time. I made some good sounding tracks in there. I'll check out your request a bit later after food. Max, what was the FLP called of the one that you and I maybe gonna collab? I'm glad to see that Perfect Match could bridge so many genres in terms of like people that like it. Oh god, that tune. I didn't finish it for so long. I had the idea and made the melody way before I met Alligator, and then I met Alligator and he said, "It's fucking brilliant. Why have you finished it?" Well, I don't know. And yeah, pulled it together and then made the track. I think 5 years after having made the melody first, or 3 or 4 years after. Turned out great. Good music video. More than 1 million views. We like. It's good. Money wise though, part of the reason why I learned it so quickly was sitting next to Lasse all the time, really, about the tunage. I think he's on his way back from Copenhagen right now. This is why we haven't seen him for a few days on the stream. He would have joined in for sure, I think, on at least one of them. So he's been working in Copenhagen, and today was the last day in Copenhagen, so now he's going back. So he has the weekend off back in Aalborg. And I think next week he's going to go back Monday to Thursday there as well, so he can work on some stuff. And I'm obviously taking care of his apartment a little bit of the time while he's away as well. Mario Paint, come on. Bruh. All right, saved. Oh god, that thing, the transient processor. We can't use that one then. Delete. It's not worth it to buy that for €55 or €45 right now. The reverb on this saw is so long. Turn it down a bit. Okay, so yeah, get on the coded blocks. Like I said, the attack has to be softer. It's just flatten out the sound. Right now, it's just it's like it just ducks. Flatten it out. Make it make everything else than the attack bigger. Like we talked about with mod envelope 1, I think it was. Open up those B, C, and D parameters and just do some more stuff to it to flatten the sound a bit so it's not just a fucking in your face. That's my scientific way of saying it because I don't know the terms. So saving this and Max, what was the FLP called for that track we were supposed to do? All right, let's see. Potential. Cool. Let's make a folder for that in the mastering folder. On the D drive that still has some space. Bremen. Kandi. Bremen and Kandi folder. New folder made. Good old VEC 1 and 2. I love it. I still use some of the VEC 2 loops, to be fair, and even a couple of them from VEC 1. All right, let's open it up and check how that sounds. Gah! Okay, so I need to... I can't open it until the next stream we do because I have the wrong version. You have 20.62 and I have 20.60. Okay, so we'll look at that on the next stream. Yeah, I downloaded the 20.7 at my laptop. Works fine. I didn't see any glitches, so I'm fine to do it to my stationary PC. So yeah, we'll look at that one tomorrow. Or later. Probably it's going to be too late tonight. We'll look at that one tomorrow. Which else did I have that I could just quickly take a look at? Had a couple of different ones. Let's go back and find. I think the Jameson Taylor. I think what I'm going to do now, though, I'm going to take a break and I'm getting that update tonight. But yeah, for now, I think I'm going to quit the stream, get myself some food, and then I'm going to do the install of 20.7, and then tomorrow I can start working on a few of the other tunes and finishing off Adrian's stuff. Um, Stinger, actually, that's a combination of a lot of things. Um, I think that they both carry each other. If you have passion, it's sometimes not enough. You see many passionate people that good example, people that go to American Idol or British X Factor or Danish X Factor for that matter. They have the passion. They fucking love the music. That's all they want to do, but they can't cut it because they are seriously shit musicians. Sometimes the ones that don't get it when they were told you're not meant to sing. This is not even about your looks. You look fucking brilliant. You're marketable the way you look, but you can't sing. So either you know some people that like can help you or not. And for these people, like some of them, they will never get it, and then other people will get it. So that's always gonna be like a bit of both. To be fair, one doesn't cancel out the other. Michael Face, thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll check out the friend request a little bit later. Boris stuff tomorrow. Yes, I think I'll rest my ears a little bit, and then tomorrow I'll be starting a little bit earlier. I'll probably be working from 12 midday tomorrow till 6 o'clock with a little food intermission in the middle. I'll prep some food so I don't have to like be away for too long. I'll do that tomorrow before I actually start the actual stream. And then we can... Oh, wait a minute. It's still loaded the project. Okay, so let's see if it plays. It's not that boomy. Kick is fine. Okay, bassline needs some work. I like the kick. A bit like actually very much like the child block. Nice. Definitely stuff we can work on. Not a problem. Not a problem. I was just surprised to see it load. It just gave me the warning like, you've made it. You've opened it up in an older version of FL than it was made in. And I was like, oh, fuck, it can't load. So, yeah. Let's take a look at this one a little bit later. It's not super shy. It's fine. And let's see. Yes. And Pennyman, I haven't forgotten you. I know that you're in the line as well. So we'll check out your stuff tomorrow. I think I actually readied it. I moved it. Terabella. Let's try and open this up. And Penny, just like you saw I did with the lead melody here, where I cloned it and then I put it down an octave. So you had two layers, one octave below and then the normal octave. That's what I was thinking about with this track as well. The mixing of this track is fairly good compared to some of the other demos that I have on hand. And I think the lead is where it sort of felt like falls a little bit flat. That's what I want to work on tomorrow with this track. Locate sample. And for some reason, it doesn't. let's see. Open up the folder, open up the path. Clip, we put it here instead. Should be able to find the files now. I placed it in the same folder as yes, it finds it now. Yeah. Very Dan Stone kind of kick. Bassline needs a little bit of work as well. So let's see here if I do this. Make unique. Basically like that, yeah. Make some effects on that so it gets a little bit more of a delay feel as well. Right now it's very bright, very smiley EQ without the low end. We're going to fix that tomorrow. Yeah, great demo. That we're going to make sure is super, super tight tomorrow. So something to look forward to. Pennyman, by the way. Wondering, what did you mix this with? Because it's so bright, the whole thing. Was it on headphones? And what headphones, if so? Or with which monitors? Apple earbuds. Okay. If that's the case, I have to say it's a fairly clean mix. I would just have added more low end and lower treble if it was a single stem master, and then pump it out the way it was. But obviously, we're doing a multi-stem thing, so we can do more detailed stuff, which is a great thing, obviously. So, yeah, we'll take a look at that tomorrow. And for everybody else, Apple earbuds, I still can't believe that. I guess this is the proof. Player Dynamics have a player in amongst them that has cleaner treble, albeit it's probably lower on the earbuds, because there was no peaks in there. It was kind of cool. Very clean. Yeah, earbuds. I can't believe that either. So, yeah, something we can fix tomorrow. Paul, thank you so much for following. I'm ending the stream now, though. But I will be back tomorrow with some more stuff. A little bit later tonight, so I'm not going to go absolutely crazy with sitting and working on trance tunes. I will be doing a little bit of live streaming from Dying Light and a few other things, because I'm now finally going to test my keyboard, the Corsair K55, with disco lights in it or something. Just keeps going back and forth with the lights, which is kind of nice, I guess. I haven't had that before. That's the first gaming keyboard I've ever had. So, all right then. For people that want to, like, get into let's say a proper mix mastering of their track, if they want me to take a look at it, give it advice and stuff. Prices for these kind of things vary, obviously, because it depends on the amount of work. So yeah, starts from around €75, €80 for these big stem master stuff. Like sessions where we do this, and we can negotiate price and stuff in terms of how many stems there are. So if anybody wants to do that in the future, let me know. Send over your demos as a single stem export. I can take a listen to it and see how far away you are from releasable sort of sound. And don't try to fit the norm. Do your own stuff. You saw earlier on the live stream, I would review demos that maybe didn't really fit the narrative of the typical sound of the typical Vengeance loops and stuff like that. So just try and do some good original tunes. Just make sure that the audio obviously sounds nice. A bit like Super Rake did with the Cherry Blast, I think it was called. Play that out on decks on the last live stream, I think we did. Did we? I think we did. Either way, great track, great demo. So yeah, if you want to have any sort of like stem treatment or just in general advice with the stuff, you can contact me on danielkproduction@gmail.com. I'll just write that here again. At gmail.com. DanielKproduction@gmail.com. Okay? So send your stuff to me. Send my stuff to you. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Now I'm going to get some grub. And remember, every time you want some proper audio, it starts here from the Sparkle Center, Daniel K Studios. Go to Daniel K Official next time I am on. And that will be tonight sometime when I'm going to game. And then tomorrow at some other time. Probably from around 12 or 1 o'clock. See you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed. And stay safe. Don't go out and cough on any people or sneeze at them. Unless you really hate them. Probably don't do that. That'd be a bad idea right now. You'd probably get charged for murder, wouldn't you? Behave. Be nice. And yeah. Don't do any riots. I saw what happened in the States. Didn't look too good. For a good reason, though. That dude, rest in peace, man. That was just horrific. Hate the politics, so I'm not going to get into it. But yeah, rest in peace. Fucking hell. Vile people out there in the world. Be nice. See you guys later. And let's try and smile again. COVID is over soon, hopefully. See you guys.